Okay, so where are we? Okay, so it's a pretty steep decline in the driveway. What concerns me about declines is drainage. Like under heavy rain, how is the driveway managing the water? So you can see 1, 2, and a pretty average drain here. So you really need to make sure that these are clear and they're actually working properly. Otherwise, where's the water going to go? It's going to go straight into the garage. And look, I'm sure when they design these properties that the council does a lot of calculations under what would happen with heavy rain. If it did bucket down, they make sure that the driveways are adequate. And there'll be signs of, kind of water damage if that is the case. Now, driveway's nice and wide, which is good. We've got a nice garage door. That's an upgrade. It's not a normal roller door. Panel doors are a bit more expensive to install. Eaves, good to see eaves on a property. So I think I've mentioned a few times before, you've got a higher pitch on the roof when you have eaves, which gives you a better energy rating. If it rains, you don't have to close the windows so quickly. You've got that safety of an extra bit of barrier there. And it just makes the house look nicer. Kind of, if you kind of look at that gutter there, right against the bricks, to me that just looks very cheap. So this is a good upgrade. We've got nice gutters as well. They've in good condition. I don't know how the property is, but yeah, and your neighbouring property garage backs up on your place. So as long as they don't live in the garage, you should be fine. Okay. All right, so let's have a look around in the backyard first. All right, so it looks like this could have been even a carport and they've enclosed it, because normally that's what happens with this kind of setup. Okay, so what I'm trying to do right now is smell for any kind of mold or anything like that I can smell, like a watery dampness. So you can see how they've enclosed the garage here and not used bricks. I dare say once upon a time this was just a carport and they've just kind of enclosed it to make it a bit more official. Now, let's have a look. So the timber isn't showing signs of water damage. But if it ever was, this is really easy to fix because there's not much here. Good garage height, remote, which is good. I'm not seeing any cracks on the bricks here. Looks fine to me. Yeah, very neat and clean backyard.
Open, please.
Yeah, I'll leave it open.
Thank
you.
So
No gaps in the windows, which is good. Got a kind of thing here. Okay, let's have a look at what we got under here. Alright, if my camera will listen to me. Okay, so we've got concrete stumps. Depending on the age of the property, that's a really good thing. And you can tell this decking came after everything else. Anyway. Okay, you'd want to get that cut back a bit because that's a really important draining point. Luckily there's eaves if there ever is a flood, if the water fills up, but there is no eaves on this side of the property. So it's a very dangerous point. If that gutter fills up with leaves and blocks under heavy rain, it can spill back into the property. I know this because my rental business, it happens all the time. Landlords,
what are you looking?
Yeah, just looking for someone. So what happens is this fills and causes a flood. It's a very simple thing to happen. All right.
You are expert.
Yeah. Hey, man. Okay.
Real inspection, right?
Yeah.
Really inspection.
Okay. So inside the property now. Oh no, we've got another little courtyard here. All right, this is a pretty awesome aircon system. With a costed quite a bit of money. And we've got a small hot water unit, instant hot water is what I'm trying to say. Thank you. I thought these were electric. Why does this say gas on it? Interesting.
That's gas, I think.
Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah.
Yes. Hot water.
All right, so what have we got here? Pretty nice cabinet doors.
It's air cooler. Air cooler. Okay. Air cooler.
Okay, stone tops, which is really nice. This is a good extra waterfall. I would have paid a bit for that. Good microwave space. 600mm appliances. Okay, really good splashback, one piece of glass, which is really good. This is really hard to do because one piece can be very dangerous to work with because you can break it. So it normally comes in two pieces, but in this case, it's one. So very good.
Yeah. No, it's this side.
Okay. Yeah. Good thing is this. You can tell this kitchen was put in at the same time as the house was built because the cornices are there covering the top section there. It's a very good quality kitchen. I think it's great. Nice sink. Really well appointed. Okay, underfoot the house feels very firm. They've got upgrade cornices. This is the wrong kind of vents for the aircon. Normally that's an evaporative unit and it looks like there's compressors outside in the backyard are normally for split system aircons, but anyway, I'll keep doing some more research on that. Cornices are a huge upgrade. These are really big cornices for the property. This is an upgrade as well. You've got wider skirting boards and also an upgrade on doors. Still very thin doors. They're just like every door that you buy in a property. It's not hardwood or anything. They've got a small piece of hardwood and the rest is just like chipboard and cardboard. It's really kind of thin. You could put your fist through it quite easily. But the upgrade is in the actual pattern itself. Carpets, really nice. Really good upgrade here. These are expensive little things. Cornices are usually cut in the sense of they put cheaper ones in bedrooms. In this case, they haven't. Okay, so built-in robes that are furnished, massive upgrade there. That costs a lot of money. Frameless shower. And I love what they've done here. The people that have built this know what they're doing. They're putting a piece of glass to strengthen up the frame because this tends to wobble a lot. You can see now, even me pushing it, it wobbles. So if they didn't have that glass there, it just causes so many problems because that is so close, that gap, to make it watertight so the water doesn't kind of go everywhere. So it needs to be close, but if it moves a lot, it can sag and cause problems. So whole thing is structurally more sound and shouldn't give you problems in the future. Floor to ceiling tiles, these are good tiles, upgraded. You can see there's a very thin gap in comparison to a cheaper tile. They're kind of like a porcelain style tile. I think it could be porcelain, but they're still not top of the range. They're not crazy expensive, but they are a good upgrade. It costs more to lay these cost more to buy because they're bigger. So once again, good upgrade. Stone tops, really good. That's another good touch. Massive mirror, custom built mirror, fits perfect. Looks like we've got a bit of a fan here. Water pressure is reasonable. Paint job's really good. Okay, layout of the living area. It's a little bit awkward, I think. Awkward by, you've got a massive meals area there and a really small living area. So you've got this kind of walkway and this extra space here. It's not being used. So if you could have had a different size table, shaped a different way maybe, but you've got limited kind of couch seating here. So you can see as you've got one couch here, that second one's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze. And whoever's sitting on the edge there isn't going to have a great view of the telly, but that's life. Yeah, once again, if it was really good underfoot, I forgot to check the corner here. It's in good nick. Floors look great in here. These are a really nice upgrade, pretty premium touch. It's pretty common just to see floating floors. So it's pretty rare you get to people actually spend the extra money and get this done. I forgot to mention ceiling heights. They are 2.75 by looks of it. So it's a really good kind of upgrade there as well. It just makes the whole house seem larger and bigger. Good sized room. This is a real bed and it's got ample space on both sides of it. Built-in robes. So this is the aircon. I'll have to check the roof to see what kind of system they got. Okay, same deal as the last bathroom. Everything matches because it was all done at the same time, which is really important. Acrylic bath. Great mirror. Heat lights, cool lights, ventilation. It's great. This must be the first opening because you can see the carpet's been dry cleaned. Ooh, that felt a bit funny there actually. A bit. I don't know what happened, if it's just me or... Look, nothing's visible here. Like I can't see cracks in the property. It might have moved a little bit and it hasn't affected the door frame. Like you can see the joint here is a lot more coloured over than there is a slight hairline crack there where the joint is. So that's probably what's kind of happening. Might have moved a little bit there. Nothing to worry about. Cornices have been downgraded here. There we go. So you can see the wider cornice there in comparison to cornices in here. And same thing in the bathroom. These are still upgraded cornices by comparison to the straight ones. This room size, let's have a look. 1, 2, it's almost 3. So yeah, it's got built-in robes. It's definitely a bedroom. 1, 2, 3.3. Okay, it's about 2.8 by 3.3. Robes, pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, so there's a gap above the door there. I can see they've tried to fill it in and it's kind of disappeared. That probably creates a bit of wind. I think it needs to be re-siliconed. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. Check one door. Okay, so you can see this door's closing. It has a resistance. You can see that? You can see where it rubs there and the crack that I mentioned. So yes, it has sunken slightly in this spot here. You can feel it. Houses move, I guess. Okay, the cracks that have appeared here aren't terrible. I mean, I once laid a driveway this long when I built 3 townhouses. It was probably as long as this actually, and I must have had about 15 cracks in it within the first few months. So it just depends on the soil and how soft and reactive it is, I guess. But this is pretty good, I would say. Unit 1. Different colour gutters, and these look a bit more aged. So it looks like they've changed the gutters. Yeah. So there's no evaporative cooling unit on the roof. So it's just the style that they have. It must be, it's a really good cooling unit. They just use a different style of vent, which I assume to be evaporative, but it's not. Normally they do it a different way, but that's okay. It's a nice aircon unit. Alright, so aerial wise, old commission style home there, but you can see they've done a massive job in knocking those houses down and replacing them. But they do pop up. There's one there. Whole street is in great nick, great condition. Well looked after gardens. Did an up and down drive of the area, looked really good. So unit 2 got a different colour roof. Unit 1 to 1. Let me have a quick look. Do you know what year the place was built, roughly?
2004.
2004, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I think the styling of it's not really 2004. It looks like it's 1990, to tell you the truth. But yeah, so there's a different color roof in unit 2. So different color gutters, and I dare say that because this is aged more, this is the original color. And they're probably, you can see that the gutters are wearing and tearing. There might have been leaks. So they've gone through the effort of upgrading and looking after it, which is great. Good to see. All right.